What is our first instinct when encountering a work of art? In a gallery exhibition, is it true that the vast majority of our thoughts will focus on finding the meaning behind each work? Perhaps initially we will use shape, color, texture, and material to make basic guesses about the author's habits, usage habits, and intentions. Next is to go deeper into understanding the true emotional aspects that the author wants to be conveyed to us through those separate artistic languages. Finally, we provide analysis and evaluation to see what kind of reaction or emotional material we should use to remember and express it in words. Therefore, after every trip to an art gallery like that, we almost always feel really exhausted, because extracting meaning from over 100 works of art in a few hours is a difficult task for our minds. Our mental resources will gradually be depleted to the point where it becomes very difficult for us to concentrate on another activity after the last mental race. American painter David Sale explained that to better observe and appreciate art, we need to refresh a basic skill that we have almost forgotten for a long time, which is vision. The fact that we place our expectations on the act of searching for the meaning of a certain work of art, or look for clues about emotional material from the author himself, or analyze what kind of reaction we have to that work, it is said to be a wise and calculated action, completely consistent with the psychological characteristics of what an adult should have. And that series of actions are arranged in the order in our brain. It guides us, getting closer to the so-called truth that the previously planted seed of expectation wants us to see. But ironically, it is the sophistication and complexity of this type of thinking that has made us move further and further away from the meaning of the original true nature of art. In Sal's opinion, the first and most important step in appreciating art is our perspective. Art is first of all visual stimulation, and next is the work of the brain, regardless of the type of informal experience or formal education we gain in the study of art. Sale advises us to forget about it for a moment, to abandon higher brain functions and first look at the work of art as something made up of physical parts, shapes, colors, textures, materials, and things that exist before our brains all hinder our path of discovery. Likewise, the opponent's psychological manipulation techniques will have difficulty tying you down when we do not play chess according to our usual patterns. Discovering their goals or our approach to a problem, or confronting the other person's expectations, is a period when we can produce historical aha moments. But how can we dismantle the strong mental defenses we have erected over the years to unleash the creative potential we already possess? Any form of art is closely related to expectations. Therefore, the element of humor is one of the keys to helping us have a different perspective when exploiting this aspect of manipulation. What audiences look for in art is psychological satisfaction. When art meets their expectations, they are pleased when this happens, and disappointed when it does not. Preferences form as this process compounds over time. As a result, we tend to gravitate towards the same artists and see the same works of art over and over again. And that is also the most valuable point in all forms of art, the element of manipulating our expectations. Artists who choose popular trends are rarely remembered, because their works lack breakthrough properties, like when American screenwriter Charles MacArthur approached Charlie Chaplin for advice on how to improve the classic banana peel slipping scene, in which a person slips on a banana peel and then falls to the ground. MacArthur wondered whether his scene should start with a shot of a fat woman and then a shot of a banana peel, or vice versa. Chaplin suggested that MacArthur begin the scene with the fat lady, cutting into each banana peel, cut to a wide shot of the fat lady approaching the peel, back to the banana peel, and then, just before stepping on the banana peel, she steps over it and falls into an open manhole. Why is this funny? Humor arrives when we figure out how the punchline both broke and fulfilled our expectations. Despite their surface diversity, most jokes are built using the same set of blueprints. They lead us down a path of expectations, build up tension, and at the end, introduce a twist that teases our initial expectations in a clever way. Cognitive scientists call humor the result of ideas that go against our expectations. It is a theory of conflict resolution. According to a quick Wikipedia search, the incongruity theory states that humor is perceived at the moment of realization of incongruity between a concept involved in a certain situation and the real objects thought to be in some relation to the concept. If the fat lady just slipped on a banana peel, the joke would only confirm our expectations. But the version Chaplin built is more interesting, because it makes us surprised. It's because of the surprise, and breaking the rules of the inference loop but still meeting our expectations in a smart way is the highlight that makes the work so interesting. And when this happens, we feel happy, because it feels like a reward for successfully connecting the dots of a game. That is the aha moment of comedy, or the feeling that we can get it. So, once the seed of expectation begins to sprout in us or our opponent, it will depend on the position we want to play. Calmly thinking up a bold, creative move will always help us to break previously established rules. Whether we discover the other person's expectations or pretend to fall into the position of the other person leading us, it's all our choice. But anyway, it's much more intriguing to break the expectation-breaking rule than it is to keep expectations satisfied, right? It's like the difference between a banana peel and a manhole. Obviously, the results are the same, but their psychological manipulation tricks make us feel nervous. Our expectations certainly followed suit, rising and falling a few times. But there's no denying that the ending completely stirs our minds. It's clear that in this game of manipulation, choosing to combine it with a humorous art form is an extremely attractive formula to destroy the opponent's attack, while still preserving mutual peace. Interestingly, right?